Hey everybody, it's Doug with Backcountry Pilgrim, and today I am answering the question, can I go ultralight? Now this is not a gear review video. What I'm actually doing is going through the gear that I presently own and trying to see if I can whittle it down to an ultralight loadout. Now the different scales as to what counts as ultralight sometimes differ, but under 10 pounds seems to be the most accepted benchmark for a truly ultralight loadout. What I tried to do is look at each major category and try to find the lowest weight gear that I presently own that would count for that category. Each one of these pieces may not be my favorite gear. I chose it because it is the most lightweight in that category. However, if there was something that I really liked for a particular reason, I might have picked it even though it was slightly heavier than something else that I owned. Alright, so let's take a look at this loadout and see how it goes. First, let's talk about the big three: the backpack, the sleep system, and the shelter. The backpack I chose is my Pilgrim Gear Ultraya, a backpack that I helped design. It's a 40-liter pack that will easily hold all of this gear. I have tested that part out, and it only weighs 22 ounces. Inside the Ultraya is going to be the good old trash compactor bag that weighs in at 2.5 ounces. I will use that as a pack liner. For my sleep system, I am bringing my UGQ Bandit quilt, coming in at 25 ounces. It's a 20-degree rated quilt. For the pad, I've got my Nemo Tensor long, wide insulated pad. It comes in at 24 ounces. My shelter is my Durston Gear X Mid Pro. This is a trekking pole tent. Now this comes in at 20 ounces, but it does require trekking poles. The ones I have are a little tougher carbon than some of my slightly lighter weight ones. Those come in at 17 ounces. I am not going to include those in my base weight calculation because most people don't, but just know that you've got to put another pound and an ounce onto this measurement if you're going to keep the poles in the pack just for using the tent. I am not taking a footprint with this tent because I don't believe it needs one. I've also got 6 Wise Owl tent stakes. These are a lot like the MSR Groundhogs, but they are less expensive. See the links in the description of the video below for all of this gear. Coming around to the front here, I've got my Hilltop Packs large size custom printed food bag coming in at 2 ounces. To eat with, I have my Tokes long handled titanium spoon that comes in at 0.7 ounces. I also have a Tokes 1100 milliliter titanium pot with the pan top that comes in at 6 ounces. The fuel for the stove comes in at 4 ounces when full, 3.5 when empty, so I am going to count the 3.5 ounces of the container because that's not going to go away even after I use the fuel. For my stove, I've got the ubiquitous BRS 3000 little tiny stove that only comes in at 1 ounce, and a Bic lighter which also comes in at 1 ounce. Something of a luxury item, but one that I feel uncomfortable not having, is my GSI Infinity mug. Not only is this much easier to drink out of than trying to not burn your lips on the pot itself, but it also has a measuring cup built in, and you can put gear inside that cup so that you can just hang it off the pack and get to it quickly. This comes in at 4 ounces. Moving over to water, I have a Canuck Vecto 2-liter bag with the scoop on one end and the screw top on the other. That pairs nicely with my water filter, the Platypus Quick Draw, which weighs in at 2.2 ounces. My drinking water will be carried in a Smart Water bottle, which with a cap comes to 1.3 ounces. I've got a medical kit with just kind of the standard band-aids and stuff like that, also water purification tablets and some medicines that I personally need on a trip very often. I'm counting that at 5 ounces. The poop kit comes with the Apex Giant Dirt Diggler trowel, some packed wipes and pellets that help the stuff dissolve into the dirt, and some hand sanitizer. The whole poop kit together in a Ziploc bag comes in at 6 ounces. For safety, I have a Zoleo satellite communicator that comes in at 5.3 ounces, and that pairs with my phone, which I always keep in my pocket, so I'm not counting it as pack weight. This weighs about 6 ounces. For my headlamp, I actually have lost my Nightcore NU25, so I went back to my Uco Air 150 lumen. With my modification, this thing comes in at 1.2 ounces. For my knife, I am trading in my Essie Izula 2 for this little glow-in-the-dark Victorinox 7 classic pocket knife, and that just leaves clothes. Now these are the clothes that I'm going to be packing, is either extra or in case of emergency. These are not the clothes I'm going to be wearing, so this does count toward my base weight. I've got a Frog Togs rain jacket that comes in at 5 ounces, a Decathlon 4-Class Trek 100, down puffy jacket which comes in at 11 ounces, and then I have some night or spare socks. Those are Darn Toughs, weighing in at 2.6 ounces, and an extra pair of underwear, ex officios, and those briefs weigh 2.5 ounces. And then finally I have my buff, which will probably be in my pocket, so I'm also not going to count it toward base weight, 1.2 ounces. So what's really cool about this loadout is it actually comes to 160 ounces. It's exactly 10 pounds, which means that if I can take any piece of this out, I will be an ultralight backpacker. Tell me in the comments below how you'd get below 10 pounds if this was your loadout. Is there something I should take away? Is there something I can buy that will replace something else and get me something that will work just as well but at a lower weight? I look forward to your comments. If this video was entertaining or informative or both, please give it a like. That helps the channel a lot. Please subscribe to Backcountry Pilgrim if you're into hiking, camping, backpacking, and the gear that goes with it. Click the bell if you want YouTube to alert you the next time I put a video out. And until that next time, I'm Doug. Thanks for watching.